Hey guys, how's it going? It's Blaze, back with some more OPTCG content for y'all. Today, now that OP15 is out, I figured let's check out this new purple Enel deck that everybody's been talking about and put it through its paces. So we'll get into the deck list and then we'll run some games and see how we do. Alright, so obviously this leader has a very unique effect in that under the rules of this game, your Dawn deck is made up of only 6 Dawn cards instead of the normal 10. And in addition, he has activate main once per turn. If it's your second turn or later, add up to 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck and then set it as active. Then add 4 additional Dawn, rest them, and give 4 rested Dawn to one of your characters. So this allows for just really explosive Dawn plays. Obviously, you don't have as high of like a maximum on swing outs, but you can just do a lot of crazy stuff with this because you're basically Dawn minusing off of all these 0 costs down here for free. I'll just run through the basics if anybody doesn't know how this deck works. Also, there's a few different builds, so I am running a little bit of a hybrid of the Porsche build. I don't like 4 of them, but we do have Porsche here, so. Recording this in the morning, gotta drink my coffee still a little bit. All right, so we do have the 1 cost Ohm with on play Dawn -1 draw card, and then with a when attacking of if you have 6 or less Dawn, give one of your opponents -1k power. All of these are if you have 6 or less Dawn, so I'm just gonna start skipping that from now on. You got the Satori, Dawn -1 draw card. When attacking, look at the top 2 of your deck, place them on top or bottom in any order. Very nice. Dawn -1 draw card, it gains rush. And then we have the Foxy. This Foxy really just exists as a 2k counter to draw off of the Porsche search if you don't find like another Porsche to draw off of itself. And then we do have the Porsche. This is one of the I guess cards you're seeing a lot of builds around, but I'm kind of in a weird middle spot on it where I really don't like running 4. But so we got 3 in here. What you want to do is you want to play Holly off this Porsche. So obviously Porsche has Dawn -1, look at the top 5, grab a Foxy type Pirates. So you're grabbing either Foxy or herself, or you're bottom decking everything. But then play up to 1 4k power or lower purple character from your hand. So the reason why this is good in Enel is because of this Holly here. You play her, you play the Holly off of that, and your Holly has all of your Ohm cards and this character gain double attack. I know it's technically that I believe this card's pronounced Holy, but it's weird to see it written with 2 L's and not call it Holly, so I'm gonna call it Holly. Or the dog. I just call it the dog a lot of the time as well. Just like, what the dog doing. He's swinging at your opponent for double attack damage here. And on the opponent's turn, the base power of all your Ohm characters and this character become 6k. So this and your Ohms both become very hard to swing into comparatively when this is down on the field. So if you can get this out with an Ohm off a Porsche in those first 2 turns there, that is a really scary board state to be staring down if you're on the opponent's side. Next, you got the SR Enel. If you got 6 or less Dawn on the field, character can't be removed and gains plus 2k power, so it's a 10k. Activate main Dawn -1. This character gains blocker until the end of your opponent's next turn, then trash 1 card from your hand. So this is also not a once per turn, so you can use this to Dawn minus and trash as many cards as you want. Obviously, it only gets blocker once, but there are times with the effect where you want to have Dawn minus the most possible amount of Dawn to get the 4 back rested attach for free if you're using them for something. And then we have the secret rare 6 cost Enel. Again, can't be removed, gets plus 2k, so it's a 10k basically. On play Dawn -1, look at 5 cards from the top of your deck and add 1 card to your hand. You don't have to reveal it, it doesn't have to be any particular type, so that is definitely pretty interesting. Then place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order, trash 1 from your hand. So you do have to go hand negative. Very good though. These 2 are your kind of boss monsters. Next, we are running 3 copies of Divine Departure. I think this is more than a lot of people run, but the thing is the Divine Departure into Mama Ragan or El Thor is such an insane combo now that I've been utilizing it more aggressively. At first, I think I was playing this card wrong. I think I was thinking of this as a defensive card. I don't think you play this as a defensive card in this deck. I think you play this very aggressively. It uses all of your Dawn, but then you minus it and you get it back most of the time anyway. So it doesn't feel as like inefficient as using this card aggressively normally does. This is obviously, you may rest 5 Dawn cards. If you have given any Dawn cards, so you attach 1, then rest the other 5, give something minus 8k. So you can just blow it up with Elthor here, which has Dawn -1 if your leader is Enel. Up to one of your leader or character cards gains plus 1000 power for the turn. Then KO one of your opponent's characters with 3000 power or less. So you can just use this to blow something up with that. Also, this is a 2k counter if you need to use it as a counter. And then obviously we also have the Lightning Beast Keaton. Dawn -1 if your leader is Enel. Draw 1 card, then give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 1000 during the turn. Also a 2k counter if you need to use it as a counter. The Lightning Dragon, which has Dawn -1, draw a card, and then up to one of your opponent's rested characters with 6k power or less will not become active during the next refresh phase. Very, very powerful card here. And then of course the SR event with Dawn -2, draw 1 card, rest up to one of your opponent's characters with 5000 power or less, and a counter of up to one of your leader or character cards gains plus 1000 power. Then if you have 6 or less Dawn, draw 1 card. Really, really, really good card here. But I think you can see what I'm saying about the way that these cards interact. Like, for example, in the mirror match, if you're reducing this down and then you tap it with Mamaragan, you can get all your little guys to swing into it without even having to add Dawn, like at all, right? And then if you are playing something that doesn't have removal protection, boom, you hit Elthor, you just pop it instantly. And then if you somehow like don't get the KO, you can just hit it with Lightning Dragon and not let them play it next turn. So yep, that's the deck list I'm running. Let's get into some games. All right, I don't think we can keep this. I think we need, well, that's basically the same hand twice in a row, so this sucks. We are going second, which is also bad for us, but there is the possibility that we draw into a 1 cost. Okay, so we do. We get 1 cost and another Foxy. It's pretty bad. Not having the ability to set up 2 1 costs is like pretty unfortunate. Just thinking about it, yeah. Okay, so he is just swinging the We'll take it. We then immediately get Elthord. I think we block out a 6 here. They Porsche Holly. Porsche Foxy. Guess he wants to cycle. I mean, I don't know. Is it worth trying to swing into the Porsche here? I guess it could be. Drop Shura, -1. Drop Ohm, -1. Dawn Max. Yeah, I guess we just swing into Ohm. And then try to Mamaragan down the... do we Keaton? Screw it, we'll Keaton. I don't think they're going to be able to defend that, but like, let's do it anyway. If we can just try to gas them out. Set up our 6 cost. Hopefully we can search out like Divine Departure and then get an Elthor off that for when they play their 6 cost, we can just like immediately pop it off the board and remove it. Going second, we are at a really big disadvantage here, but if we can just kind of keep playing like removal and gas them out. Or no, so yeah, we're going to need... So we have Mamaragan in hand. If they drop a 6 cost, we really just want to see a Divine Departure so we can Divine Departure tap down the Enel if they set up a 6 cost. I guess they're just not setting up 6 cost though. So maybe we defend this with 1 of our Mamaragan. Try to get cycle. We got Keaton. Okay, they Elthor into... They're just gonna try and remove Shura, I guess. Oh, they're freezing Shura. He just needs cycle. Wow, they actually drew worse than we did. He is gonna set up a Holly though. Yep. It'd be weird if we kind of go down negative, but we could just like boost up to 6, drop Enel, Keyten into Mamaragan into tapping it down. Is it actually worth doing that? Like, do we care that much? I kind of feel like we just swing at this, set up a 6 cost, and then just like say whatever. Thor might be nice to have. I feel like Holly's probably better though. Yeah, let's just grab the Holly. And I think we pitch Shura here. Like, I don't really think we need it that much. Okay, there's the 6 cost. We do get a 6 cost. Down to 1 card. Gonna swing Holly at us. Do we like defend this? I mean, we could Keyten into Foxy counter here. Yeah, I guess we just keep Mamaragan for if we do draw into Divine Departure and we just like double out here. Or no, we keep Lightning Dragon. We Lightning Dragon it. Don't bother swinging at it. Just keep it tapped down. We look for Divine Departure, keep Mamaragan for that. When we get the chance to, we Divine Departure into Mamaragan, swing this, Lightning Dragon this. I think that puts Keyten like lower on our list of priorities for 0 costs right now. Obviously that goes. 1 down up is like kind of weird. Now, do we set up 2 Hollies, or do we probably set up another Enel before we can swing this, right? Yeah, I think we got to set up another Enel. Do we care about it having blocker if this isn't going to swing at us? I'm not really sure that we do. So we Lightning Dragon. Another Mamaragan's pretty clutch. Active, take that. I mean, if we have 2 set up, I guess it's probably fine to just swing some. They're gonna take this. I mean, they're gonna take both of them. And then just try to swing back onto this one. Which I think we're okay with. Because we want to put their life in a position where if we drop both of these Hollies, that's like very, very threatening to them. Being at 3, I think, you know, that feels pretty threatening. Okay, they're flooding. They can't hit us with the Divine Departure, even if they did draw into it. $14 into 10. Knew that was gonna happen. Feeling like swinging this might not have been the move, actually. Take this 7. Yeah, I guess we just go Holly, Holly, Lightning Dragon, freeze, boost, attach, swing out their 6 cost. Since now we're just in like 6 cost trading here. Okay, can't get rid of that. That's good. We go 5 to life, and then we set up like an ohm. This is an interesting game. Not gonna lie, this is like, for going second, you usually are in a really bad position. I feel like this is pretty even though. Satori. See, I would have gone Satori to get the scry, then play Porsche out. Oh, he's not even trying to. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, do we Mamaragan block this? I think we cycle more. Yep. 2 Dawn, 3. Now they get the Scry. I think we just Mamaragan again. They do another Lightning Dragon. That's pretty good. Take that. Into a Kita. I mean, do we even really want to? I mean, I think we just like start pushing numbers, right? And then we go like 7 off Holly immediately. Try to force counter out of this. They don't counter it. And then we just like start using all of our zeros to minus things. Like just to get the Dawn advantage back. Probably go Shura to minus that to ramp back up. What is it, Mr. Kitty? Chill out, man. This lets us swing another 7. Okay, seriously, dude, stop. Alright, counters out of the 7 there. I think then we gotta go like L Thor minus this. Pop that. He concedes. Yeah, there's no way to defend out of 9, 10 there. Yep. So, yeah. That does win us the game. 1 going second. We love to see it. Your win rate going second on this deck. Into the mirror. Not great, so you really got to get creative there. 2 bricks in life. Wow, all of our lives were bricked. That is funny. Okay. That was a good one. That was a good one. I feel good about that. All right, we are playing into ace here on this one. Going first. They did take second, which we like to see. I mean, this is definitely a keep hand right here. We just immediately go Ohm into Porsche Holly, and we got a 6 cost as well. So we're pretty set up here, I think. All right, there you go, Garp Ezo. I mean, they're also seeing a pretty good hand here. Grabbing the new EB Zoro here. Character Rush. Fairly strong start from the ace player as well. No attached Dawn, I don't believe, though. Can do. Okay, this is activate menu. You may reveal 2 cards with Whitebeard Pirates, and then give him plus 2k. All right, got it. We are going to go ahead and we don't get to attack this turn, but I think that's fine. Dawn Max, 0 friendly targets. We're just going to drop the Porsche. Ooh, grabbing a Foxy here into Holly, and then we just pass it on over. This leaves us in a pretty good spot, though. Unfortunately, we didn't get to take advantage of pressing any pressure, you know, when they couldn't attach to, but having this trio out immediately is also very strong. And we are now in a position where they went straight to Marco, so again, not attaching Dawn. That's nice for us. We just take this first hit. Ooh, into another Holly. Maybe we should have grabbed Porsche. That would be like greedy, like it felt greedy, but I guess it would have actually worked out. But that's fine. We are going to set up an Enel here. And we don't have Divine Departure, so El Thor isn't as immediately appealing, but if we do end up drawing into it, it would be very strong. At the same time, grabbing another Enel 6 cost would also be pretty good. I think we are going to go for the 6 cost here and just try to set up more board presence. I think we drop Satori because we can still just immediately go into Ohm if we want to do that. I'm thinking that makes a lot of sense. This gives us 2 nice 6 swings we can keep our Porsche and our Holly standing. I think we do need some pressure here since they're on a turn that they did not take a Dawn to put on their leader. I think we do want to swing 6 at him twice. My cat's meowing. What's wrong, buddy? You want to be in the video? Oh, my cat always has to make an appearance in the video. Alright, there you are, bud. You're on the video. Yep, say hi. Okay. You happy now? Alright, I think he's happy. Alright, get the leader effect, and then we can swing 6 again. They do take that 6 without getting a draw, so we always love to see that. Dropping another Garp to search out a Jozu here. They are on 5, so they cannot on-curve Jozu us. That is something that we very much like. We see an Otama. They trashed a Distorted Future and a Vista there. They're going to swing into our own there. I think we're fine to just give it to him because we have another one and another Holly that we can play out. And then they keep 2 up. That's an interesting decision. All right, I think we do want to establish some additional board presence here, so I'm going to Enel again. Still not finding that Divine Departure. I think we take Mamaragan instead and probably pitch Shura off this since we know we want to set up another Ohm here. And then we'll go up. We'll probably... Do we just want to swing twice again, though, is the thing. I feel like we're in a position where we're kind of fine doing that. So I'm just going to swing an 8 here, and then we'll go 6 with leader, 10 with this, hopefully baiting the block here, and then we can rip more cards from hand. Yep. So they did have the Dawn on this time. They will get 3 cards. Their hand up to 10, which always feels really rough to see, but we can start chipping away at it immediately with our leader swing and our Enel swing here. And then if they do take off this swing, they have used that ability for the extra card draw already. So, yep. Yeah, I think that's the most ideal. Hand at 10, but it's ace. We know they're going to do that. Right, they do get Jozu out to bounce our Holly. Honestly, I think we can just take this one. Don't think we need to worry too much. The fact that we have both of these out pretty much completely uncontested is really, really good. Could we reduce that and get it off the board? I don't think so. I think what we really want to do here is probably just Holly into an Ohm minus, and then get our Dawn back, attach it, and just start being very, very aggressive because they don't have any real defense set up here at all. So we can go 8, 8, 10, 10 and really just press them bad. I'm not sure if they have a way to recover from that. Even with these 11 cards in hand, those are going to disappear really, really fast if we press like that. All right, they do counter out of the first one, down to 9 now. Do we want to, I mean, I guess we could actually like Dawn minus. I didn't think about that. I kind of think we want to save our Elthor though. I think we just, yeah, press 8, 8, 10, 10. Without trying to be fancy about it. Because we could go 9 here if we use Elthor to just like pop the Garp, return one of these, and then +1 our leader. That would give us even more swing power. Let me go 10 twice. Gonna tax them down to like 6. Yeah, they're just cooked. Okay, Bell Luffy. Bell Luffy on second. This one's gonna be tough. Bell Luffy on second is really quite bad for purple Enel. We do get a good setup here though. Solid setup, solid setup. I think for this matchup, I believe we just need to like be as aggro as possible. I'm gonna put that on the bottom. Oh, Satori off trigger, OP15. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay. If we had a Porsche, this hand would have been insane. Obviously, he'll swing that. Zeus. Zapping the dog. We do have another dog, so that's acceptable, I guess. We gotta take that. Probably need to go big Enel into searching out. Okay, I think we want to search out the Porsche here, actually. And probably toss a copy of... Oh, what do we want to toss? We don't want to toss, like, anything here is what's messed up. I think we need to keep one of these Divine Departures. I don't know if we need both. And then... Probably just Lightning Dragon. Try to keep that frozen. Try to gain a Dawn. I don't think we have the like luxury of protecting our own here. I think we just have to try to push as much damage out as absolutely possible just to try to like close up that gap. Because once they start dropping those Bell Luffys, the secret, it's really, really tough for Enel specifically. That card, I mean, it's like lore accurate. It's directly counters what our strategy is for the OP15 Enel. Okay, hits it with the Wiper. That makes sense. Into Shura. Okay, building up a lot of these little 2Ks that can swing at our small bodies. All right, going 5 to lead. I think we can give one Mamaragan here. And then we end up with 2 Porsches, 2... well, we definitely drop one. 100%. That's a rough bottom deck, not gonna lie. Can't really sugarcoat that. That is an unfortunate one. I think maybe we... try to Keaton away a little bit of this Satori's stats here. Bring down to 4. Drop a Shura. Go 4. And then like re-ramp into attaching to the Shura. Maybe we go 5 into 4 there. Just see, I mean, he can take life instead, but okay, no, so he'll let that one go. And then I think we swing 5, swing 10, try to just set up a lethal turn, and we just like drop this Porsche with no effect. It's still basically, you know, we can always just play this as a vanilla. That's going to be tough to deal with. The Enel Porsche, Holly Porsche is, and leader all together. Yeah, let's see where this goes. They're at 3 life now, so it is actually going to be tougher, but I think that's okay. This is here. We have the ability to tap down the Borsalino there. Problem is we don't know what the other triggers are. That's the thing I don't like about this. take that. Do we actually need the memory? Here, you know what I think we do here is I think we just divine departure into tossing the Foxy, probably. Let me go like 6 cost. Build more board. 6 cost into Keaton -1, Mamaranga -2. Ramp back. Push, like, yeah. That seems like it makes sense to me. Alright, let's go for it. Do that. Toss one. Now, what are we tossing here? I think we toss Ohm, honestly. Swing big with the dog, and then just ping a whole bunch of 5s. And a 10. Go overboard if we, like, have to. If they counter this, they're throwing their entire hand at it, right? We know they're getting a 2k off here, but I feel like we can clean up board enough. They can just negate it and take life, but like, are they gonna want to put themselves in a position where they're taking life to go to 0? And are they gonna trigger out that Satori, right? Like, those are 2 difficult decisions that we're forcing them to make by doing that. They are keeping the Satori in hand. I think we swing a 5 and see how they react to it. Tossing a Borsalino. Swing a 5 at the Borsalino, see how they react to that. They let it go. Probably swing a 5 at Zeus, they're gonna let that go. And then swing 10 into Wiper here. If they're gonna take the last life, you know, that's rough for them. So they do have that. And then, you know, it seems kind of crazy, but I think we do probably just zap Shura off the board, just so that it's harder for him to get 3 swings out into a blocker. So they need to get basically 4 swings to be able to go lethal on us right now. They can double heal. They can't really do too much to our board presence if they're doing that, right? What's he gonna do? Swing on the dog? Probably not, right? That's too risky. Okay. We will counter for 2 out of that. Not swinging the Wiper. Interesting. I'm not sure what the decision behind that is. I feel like we start out by just swinging 5. Them free blocking with Borsalino for a 5 is like really bad in this case. So I think they have to try to counter, which puts them, you know, in a better spot for us to be able to try to figure out lethal into, you know, only 2 cards. Oh, countering with the 2k. That is pretty nice to see. Yeah, let's do it again. If he has to counter with a 2k, then like pressuring 5s right now is going to be really, really rough for him, right? So, yeah, wow, another 2k. Okay. I think probably just go 7 with Holly then. Yeah, we do have the potential to use the Enel here to like force Don minus us, which could let us swing even bigger. If they're gonna do that, of course we know if we swing 7 here, we for sure get another card. Boom, -1, toss. Boom, -1, toss. Boom, -1, no toss, boom. Lead effect, gain max Don. Go all the way up here, have another 7 to swing at him. And then that's game. Yep. All right. Pretty good on Bell Luffy. Pretty good on Bell Luffy. We definitely got lucky there that we never got the chance to let him get the actual Bell Luffy off, because once they get this off, it's really hard to defend against a 5 for 7 that gets all that extra power from, you know, when we counter the events. So I think the strategy here is just to try to pressure them so hard that they have to start playing heal stuff. They have to start playing blockers. They have to start playing very defensively, and they like don't have a turn that's good to get this out. All in all, good game. I have not won a lot against Bell Luffy, so pretty happy about that. Seems like it works if you go a lot more aggro. All right, guys, well, that's it for today. I had to actually record this video over several different chunks because of work stuff. I was kind of popping in and out of meetings, but let me know what you guys think of the deck, the purple Enel, the build, the OP15 format. Is this deck like too strong? Are the yellow cards too strong? Just what you think of the meta in general. Obviously, the giveaway is still going on. If you'd like to comment, it's the Ace Sabo Luffy alt art. You've probably seen it if you've watched my channel before. If not, thanks for coming by. Hope you subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Pretty much down to make whatever. Till next time, peace.